How are you doing today? Good. Hopefully everybody's doing great today. What's going on? How's everything? So today let's talk about creating our lives the best way possible. How can we manifest and create the things we want, right? Let's jump into it. We're going to talk about the universe and what they call the law of attraction, things to bring you into your life. So the best thing there are three steps. Hello. There's 3 steps that you have to do before you can bring anything into your life. 3 steps you got to do before you can even start to access this world that we live in, to access your goals and dreams. The first step is you have to exercise what's called clarity. You have to be clear on what you want. You know what I mean? You gotta put it this way. You gotta decide what you want, and then once you make a decision on what you want, then that's when the universe works. The action starts to bring it into your life. Most people don't know that. You see, most people, what they believe is, and what they've been taught is that when you get clear on what you want, not only you got clear on what you want, but you also have to kind of figure it out in your own head on what you want. That's actually incorrect. You see, the thing is, you have other parts of your consciousness, your mind, higher versions of you, that's the job it's supposed to do. It's supposed to help you to filter the other parts of your reality, and most people aren't aware of that. So the first thing you do is to get clear on what you want. That's it. You don't have to bust your brain and try to figure out, like, man, how am I going to get this, man? How am I going to get that? That's not your job, okay? So you got to be clear on what you want. The second fundamental law to get things into your life, to create what you want now, is you have to be open to receive it. What does open to receive mean? See, people get the wrong impression. Basically, in layman's terms, being open to receive something basically means to have an open mindset. You can't have a closed mindset. You have to suspend a lot of your disbeliefs, and you have to be open to possibilities that you know you can't figure out, or possibilities that are beyond your normal thinking capacity. So open to receive, get clear on what you want, and the third component now, you have to do the inner work. You got to change inside before you get outside. And the thing is, when people use law of attraction or use the universe to create their lives, they miss something very important. Hey, how you doing? Hello, how you doing? How to win the lottery. Yes, I'll touch on that in a minute. Winning the lottery affects all 3 of those components. So someone asked me how to win the lottery. So I'll tie that in with those 3 things, right? Being clear on what you want, being open, and the third one is to become what you want on the internal state. So what do I mean by that? People can create what they want in their lives even when they have limitations or blocks, what we call unconscious blocks. So they can still use the mind and they can still manifest. But the thing is, there's a part of the mind that holds what we call beliefs, real true beliefs, and we call those limiting beliefs. That part of the mind is the subconscious mind. Now, what happens in the subconscious mind is different than what happens in the conscious mind. See, for example, okay, let's talk about the lottery. So you go win the lottery, right? And externally, you've experienced the win, got the money. But let's say like 3 years, 4 years later, you're broke. That's because the internal didn't match the external. See, inside, you are still in a belief of lack. Therefore, you will end up self-sabotaging yourself. You'll always sabotage yourself, because of the subconscious, it doesn't know the difference. The subconscious loves repetition. The subconscious can't think. The subconscious can't reason. The subconscious doesn't have feelings. It can't judge. It doesn't think good or bad. It's literally a computer. A computer that's been downloaded with programs. These programs runs your life. So get that? So someone asked me, okay, man, how do I win the lottery? Number 1, get clear on what you want. I love to win the lottery. Number 2, suspend your disbelief. Be open. Stop thinking about, oh man, this game is hard, it's a game of chance, it's a game of probability. Guys, remember, I won the lottery lots of times. I wrote 2 books on that. So anybody can do it, and I used my mind to do it. I didn't use luck or anything. People say, oh, it's luck. It's not. It's about cultivating your highly intuitive gifts. Remember what reality is. Remember what reality is, right? Do you know what reality is? First thing you got to know. I'll touch on that. Reality. All right, let me put it in simple terms. If you know if you ever heard about quantum physics, if anyone can tell you, yeah, man, I understand quantum mechanics, they're lying. Even the physicists, it's so profoundly trippy, it doesn't make sense to the common mind. That's quantum. If anyone can say, I fundamentally understand how quantum mechanics work, you're out of your mind. It's that trippy of a... Okay, let me put it in layman's terms. This is what quantum physics says, okay, about reality. Look at the moon. It says, when I look at the moon, it suddenly appears. My observation creates the world. When I take my attention from the moon, it disappears. Until I turn back, it appears in my reality. That's how quirky and quacky quantum physics is. So you using quantum physics, understanding how reality works, you can win the lottery and do anything in the same place. Because you will think, oh man, it's a hard game to win, man. It's a game of odds. It's a game of this. It's your belief and your perception that creates that world. So in simple terms, quantum physics just says that what I think in my mind and what I perceive in my head, it becomes my physical world. See that? So suspend your disbelief. Get clear on what you want. You want to win the lottery? Okay, fine. You're open to win it, right? The third step now is work on giving yourself permission to win. Do you deserve it? Most people don't know if they deserve something. They think clinically in the head, I deserve it. But deep down unconsciously, they're pushing it away. They don't feel they deserve it. See how that works? All right. What's this here? Do you think you have to constantly be high vibe to manifest? It's exhausting. No, you don't have to be high vibe. You can't be high vibe. If you're exhausted, you're trying too hard. When you're going to create anything in your life, it has to be in a flow state. Anytime you are struggling or forcing or fighting, you will always miscreate your world because it doesn't work that way. So the human brain is made for adaptivity and survival. It's not every day you're going to be in high vibe or happy. Your brain is constructed for that. Your brain is primarily constructed to adapt and to survive. Adapt and to survive. So keep in mind, you're going to have good days when you can feel really good about creating something. You may have not so good days when you don't feel it. It's quite natural. So if you're trying to be constantly high, you actually will create resistance. How was my holiday in Jamaica? It was great. Thank you. Got a lot of downloads there. You've been watching me on YouTube. Quantum jumping is the quickest way to manifest. Yes, but we're constantly jumping. Because remember now, these particles, our photon is coming in and out of existence tremendously fast. So we're actually changing. There's parallel worlds that exist. I mean, there's a whole bunch of stuff, man. There's a whole bunch of information that's out there that's not being presented to you guys, so you guys can use it to change your life. Okay, we have Great Alien 22 asks, does letting go of your attachment really work? 100%. Let me ask you this question. Think about those times when you wanted something really bad, and then you kind of got bored, and you're like, man, I don't want that anymore. And guess what? It wants you to manifest. Think about the time when you're chasing that girl or that guy, and you decide, I don't want them anymore. They start chasing you. That's the law of the universe. So attachment works. So what is attachment? Is just getting into the flow of allowing what you want to be into your reality. That's all detachment is. Attachment to something. Letting go of attachment is letting go of the need to control. Repeat that. letting go is letting go of the need to control. You don't need to control anything. There's nothing for you to control. There's only two things for you to control. Who can tell me the two things you can only control? Or maybe three things. But what are the two things that you can control? Think about it. There's only a couple things we can control, man. Number one said, yes, here we go. Emotions and the self. Two things you control is what I think, how I react to whatever I think. Bam. I can't control you. I can't control what you're going to do. You can only control you. I can try to control you, but in the end, you're going to do what you want to do. Same thing with reality and manifesting stuff. Money, car, all that stuff. You try to control them or it's going to do what it's going to do based on your level of detachment. You know, think about that. You can actually have money chase you. You can actually have love chase you. You can actually have everything you want chase you. Do you know how to make these things chase you? Stop chasing them. If you stop chasing them and expect and allow that they belong to you and they are a part of you, they will start to come towards you. That's just how the universe works. See, this is one of the stuff they don't show people, because all of us we've been conditioned to be like the chasers, the runners. And look, I mean, some of you can look in your own life. I could look in my own life years ago, chasing and stuff. It didn't work. It was just too much exhaustion, and it didn't give me the results I wanted, man. So when you kind of like let it go, it comes right into your space, man. Look, the space around me right now is filled with tremendous amounts of energy. There is nothing in here that's really empty. This space around you, they call it in physics, they call it the 0-point energy field. Within this space, there's countless energetic, what do you call them, strings that are vibrating and creating. And based on the oscillation, the vibration of these strings, they present our reality to us. This is beyond the quantum world now. This is where we get into the world of the string theory. See how that works? So you have to understand. Someone says mind and mouth. Yes. Finally, I'm part of this amazing live teaching. Thank you. Love your work, Mark Haughton, all day. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. So small here. This is from who? Thando20. Thank you, my friend. So you guys, you kind of see how stuff. So someone asked me, say, man, Mark, what is a money mindset? Like, what is a money mindset? Not an abundant mindset. Now, abundance mindset and money mindset is two separate things, right? Were you aware of that? Abundant mindset can incorporate money, but if someone says, man, I want to know about money, man. Mark, how can I get more money into my life? So I like to be interactive with this live here. So can someone tell me? I'm sure there's so many stuff out there. Everybody wants to make money in their life. Can you briefly tell me how you can create a money mindset and how you can manifest and attract more money into your life? What are your thoughts about that? What are some things that can make you develop a money mindset? Someone says, can you attract more customers for your business? Yes. You can do all of that stuff. The money mindset. Someone says, having solutions. All right, so a money mindset is, someone says, visualizing feelings. Yep. So expect money. I need exact examples, please. Responsibility. Money mindset. Someone says responsibility. Okay. All right, so look. First thing we got to know is, what is money? Money is what? An exchange for what? Goods and services, right? So we got to go into the fundamental aspects of money. Then we have to go into your personal view of money, your personal expectations of money, your personal beliefs of money. So all those you have to do on yourself. You can't have someone else's expectation of money. You have to have your own unique way that fits your lifestyle. People don't know that. People will look at money and say, oh man, I want to have $1 million like him or her. I want to win lots of money in the lottery like him. I want to have this car. I want to have that car. I want to do. What they don't understand is they're not even entering their belief. They're going into someone else's belief, because your subconscious only knows you. So the subconscious can't associate that with you. So that's what people do. They do a lot of self-comparison. So the first thing for you to have a money mindset is to stay in the self and not to compare and look at other people. When you look at other people and you're comparing other people, you're giving your power away to create for yourself. See that? I think that's the $1 million secret right there. People don't even know that one. And that alone will put you in a frame to get money. That simple tip I just gave you right there. Like, man, how does that work, man? What does he mean by that? Well, you got to understand, guys, all things that come into your life and your world it comes through a main channel. It comes through your unconscious mind. So first step to be a money mindset is to have a clear path, a clarity of what money means to you. And I just told you what it is. It's a means of goods and services. What else is money? Money on the atomic level, on structural level of the universe is just a currency, right? They call it currency, right? Current, energy. What is a current? A current has to keep flowing. Currents, when something keeps flowing, it's better. When something stops flowing, that's not good. So another tip to have a money mindset is you have to be able to be open to give away. No, look, it doesn't mean give away your money. It means giving something. Remember, exchange for goods or service, exchange for value. You may have value in your words. You may have value in advice. You may have value in something. If you can give someone something that will benefit them, you are creating currency, and it comes back to you as money. Not only when you give it, not only is it going to come back to you, but guess here's another good thing about the law of how it works. Remember now, when something is traveling to come back to you, it's also creating momentum. Anything that travels gathers more energy and speed. That means when it left you, it didn't have the speed, but when it's coming back to you, it's going to have more than when it left you. That's just a law of the universe. Cause, effect, thermodynamics. So money works the same way. That's why you have to be able to be openly to give. Now keep in mind, give not money. You don't have to give money if you don't have it. But you can give your time. You can give your knowledge. Give your advice. Give your help. All those are currencies because someone will value from them. And then what happens now, it's going to travel. And it's going to come back to you in the form of money or currency. That's a deep one right there that nobody even think about, man. Okay? Someone says how to be open to receiving. That's the next step about a money mindset. You have to be open to receive. Now, here's another one people don't understand how money works to develop a money mindset. Okay, so in short term, a money mindset is an individual who is open on all channels of receiving. Is an individual who has the ego down under control. For example, here's another money mindset. When I go out and I interact with people, and someone said to me, hey man, can I buy you a cup of coffee? I said, sure. Someone offered to give you something. I said, yeah. But most people, they have the pride like, no, I'm good. No, oh, thanks, but no thanks. They are refusing money. They are refusing abundance. So another part of money mindset is being open to gifts that people give you. Accept things that are coming to you. Don't let your pride say, oh, I'm good, all right. No, thank you. That's a money mindset. I don't know, people don't get that one either. I mean, that's because remember now, everything I'm talking about and I'm teaching, I'm putting forth, it's all conditioned to the unconscious mind and how that mind works to generate a reality. And I have to repeat this again because I want everyone to understand how this stuff works, guys. You got to remember, you are creating as you go ahead through your conscious and through your subconscious mind. The thing about the subconscious mind now, it doesn't think. It is illogical. It cannot rationalize. It's plain old like, okay, all right, that's what it is. Okay, that's what it will do. So it looks, your subconscious is like the guy that's stalking you. It stalks you every day. It's like looking at you like, all right, let me see what he's doing. Let me see what's the repetition here? What's the habit this guy's on right now? Okay, oh, man, so he don't like to, he doesn't like to, he's refusing money. I thought he want money. All right, so I just keep him refusing more stuff, which is more opportunity to have more money. I'll keep him doing this. I'll keep him moving there. I'll keep him doing that. I'll keep him. See, you see that? That's the power of the unconscious mind. That little information right there can change your whole life. If you start to accept stuff, boom, then what's the next step about a money mindset? Being grateful, being openly grateful for stuff coming into your life. You know, grateful for the day, grateful for the air I'm breathing, great. All these little things will generate and will have a huge effect on your ability to create your reality, right? Subconscious takes orders from the conscious. As you think, so you should be. That's correct. So another good point about the subconscious is it takes orders from your ego mind. See, the thing about your ego is this, guys. The ego is a rationale mind, a rationality mind. It's a mind that loves to analyze. It loves to look into your past. It loves to try to find your future. It loves to just show your whole world all the negative, the bad effects of your world. That's what your conscious mind loves to do. The reason why your conscious mind loves to do that, because it likes to be adaptive and it likes to be safe. It doesn't want to change. Your conscious mind does not like change, man. People don't, you understand that, guys. The conscious mind likes you the way, like if you look around your reality right now, you see how stuff is right now. So you look around your life and you're like, man, and you wherever you're at right now, guess what, man? That's what your conscious mind likes, man. Even if, let's say your life isn't like happy right now. It don't care. It don't care about your happiness. It's going to say, I like this. This is comfortable. Let's keep this running. It says, hey, subconscious, this is where we're going to stay. This is where we're at. So I don't want you to do anything to change this narrative. Subconscious says, got you, boss. Got you, sir. Got you, CEO. Got you, my whatever. I'll stay right here and I'll keep him in a loop. I'll have him doing the same thing over and over again. See that? So, to change the money mindset now, we have to also influence the conscious mind, right? So, how do I influence my conscious mind? I know the subconscious mind, I got to do a lot of programming and all that stuff, man. I'm aware of that. What about my conscious mind? How can I influence my conscious mind to become receptive to my subconscious mind, right? That's a good one, right? Because your conscious mind, yeah, somebody gave the comment here. That's good. Somebody's watching a lot of my stuff here. So your conscious mind is, let me see who this is here. This is, I can see it's 444. This, when a TikTok puts your names, guys, they're so transparent. Remember on my phone, they're so tiny here, man. All right. So someone says, give it evidence. Yes. So anytime you want to get your subconscious mind to buy into your conscious mind, or the conscious mind to get into the subconscious, just look for evidence of what you want in your life. So look for stuff that you can kind of prove to your conscious mind that, oh, look, this did happen. This is true. So now, when a conscious mind sees some evidence or proof, it will relax. That's what you need. When it relaxes, it can now evade that critical divide of the mind. The critical divide of the mind now will also relax. The critical divide is a third part of your mind that is the gateway between the conscious and the subconscious. So when a conscious says something to the critical divide and the subconscious relaxes, the critical divide now will relax because it's looking at the conscious mind and say, oh, all right, so this ain't that bad. Okay, so, all right. Once it relaxes, that information now can travel to the subconscious. If the conscious, the critical divide relaxes, subconscious is going to relax. That's the alignment you're looking for. So all the minds are together, and now the subconscious now will impress to get money, but you have to go another step now. So just because it relaxes, so you got the gateway into the subconscious now, what do you have to do? It doesn't just work just like that. It's just like, oh, okay, I'll just look for evidence and my subconscious mind will pick it up and manifest it. Not quite. There's another step to this method, okay? The next step now, we have to impress the subconscious to hold it as a program. Now remember what I said about the subconscious, guys. It's a computer. It has, you have to do a lot of beep, 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 beep. Let me repeat that again. You have to do a lot of, you can't just do one keystroke and it opens up. It doesn't work like that, because the thing about it is, the reason why you have to do a lot of strokes is because once something's in, it's in. It becomes a routine. So that's right, someone says it, you have to make a routine. So you got to give it impression every day as much as you can. When it becomes impressed, the subconscious picks up and says, oh, this is a new program. Let me just clear this old one out, which may be of lack or struggle. Let me just accept this new one about money and abundance. Boom! But listen, you want to know what's the most phenomenal? Man, I don't even know. I don't know what to put this to you, man, because it's so trippy, man. But listen, I'm trying to find a word. Okay, do you want to know what's the most? Man, the only thing I come up with right now. You want to know what the most phenomenal thing is once you get the subconscious mind impressed? You want to know what the most? You know what's so powerful about the subconscious mind now? Once you put something in it to program it to get what you want. Can someone tell me? What is so powerful that once the subconscious mind gets something in it, it totally operates different? All right, let me put it to you this way. Let me show you something. All right, in your regular mind, okay, you have the ability to accept or reject something. You have the ability to change your mind. You have the ability to be swayed by other people. You have the ability to lose confidence and to say, like, I'll give you an example. Let's say in the conscious mind, you are making some money, and someone comes to you and they say, well, you're not making enough. What happens now? It changes you. You're like, man, okay. You feel down. You're like, man, I need to make more. So now you try to make more, but you end up losing it because you were easily influenced by outside people. Correct? All right. The subconscious, different animal. And this is why when you get it, and you're going to keep it, you're going to keep it. So here's the subconscious. Once I impress my subconscious, let's say about winning the lottery, being a money magnet, being healthy, having confidence, having success, whatever you want in your life, if you impress it in the subconscious, it cannot change its mind. It cannot be influenced by outside sources. It shuts down and it runs the program. It cannot, listen now, it also cannot be, what's the best word I'll put? It can't even be influenced by your ego. All right, let me put it to you this way. If you have your subconscious mind programmed for abundance and for the good stuff in life, even your own mind can't sabotage you. If you're about to sabotage yourself, your subconscious will fix it and take you out of the situation because it's programmed for abundance. Okay, let me give you an example. Your subconscious is programmed for abundance, money mindset, and you have it on point. And someone comes to you for an investment. Okay? To your conscious mind, the investment seems like, whoa, this is good. I'm going to put some money into this stuff. Okay? Your subconscious is also connected to your higher self. Your higher self knows everything that's going on in your whole timeline. So your higher self already know ahead of time that, damn, if he puts this money into this investment, he's going to lose it. See that? So what do your subconscious mind do? Your subconscious mind will make you not invest the money. It will sabotage you to protect you because it knows, man, you invest this money, we're going to lose this money. But you don't know that. See, I'm showing you? So subconscious, once it has a program, it's going to protect its program. So anything, once you have a mindset for abundance, you'll avoid people that's trying to scam you, trying to take money from you. You will always have a detector to keep you out of bad investments because it's programmed for abundance, not debundance. Abundance. Debundance. I think that's a new word I made up. I don't know. I don't know if that word exists, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. You see how powerful that is? That's the power when you can access your mind. And one of the most revolutionary, groundbreaking, I would say this is the most, in the human existence, this has to be the most profound thing that people aren't even taking advantage of, man. That you can literally change your life in months. It's take advantage of subliminal programming, man, of hypnosis, auto-hypnosis, self-hypnosis, man. Man, some people don't even know that right now. This is why I'm out here teaching this, man, to show people that you can change your life in months, man. You don't have to be in a rat race, man. You don't have to struggle and run in a loop in your life because all the power is stored within the subconscious mind. And this is a secret that you watching this right now, if it's the first time seeing this, you can literally go and change your life right this moment. Literally. You don't have to look for connections or people to help you. I gotta find the right connections. Your higher mind figures all that stuff out for you, man. All of that is easily figured out for you. Someone asks, is it the best time to listen while you sleep? Yes. Someone asked me, how so? What do you mean, how so? You want to know how so the mind works to create reality? How so it works? Well, we have to understand human and biological components of how human beings, the functionality of the brain, the functionality of your nervous system, the functionality of reality, of what is reality, how the mind interprets stuff. All of those will tie it in, and it'll show you how you create your world, you know. So that's how this stuff is set up. Everything is interconnected. How do I start changing my mind? That's a great question right there. The first step, I'll ask you guys, can someone tell me what is the first step? Think about this now, because as I'm teaching, you're going to learn. Think about this before you answer. What is the first step to changing your mind or your thoughts? The first step. What's the first step? I'll give you a clue. I'm doing it right now. Look, what am I doing? I'm what? Thought process, belief. Nope, not even belief. You need this before you even have belief. Allah, listen. The first step. Boom. Someone got it. Let me see who this is. Sorry if I can't see your name so well. Is this Athira? Shira? The first step is awareness. You have to be conscious and aware before you can believe and before you can change. Not even present moment. You have to be aware of what you're thinking. So if someone asks me, how do I change my mind? Keep a log of your thoughts. Are you aware of what your mind? Yo, some people be amazed, man, how their own mind beat them up, man. You know, I remember one time when I started this, I said, you know what, I'm going to take note of my mind. And I did 1 week, 7 days. And I for 7 days, what I did, I just observed my mind in awareness. I was just aware of my mind. I was neutral. As much as I wanted to judge it, I was like, listen, I got to be the observer, which I am. So I just stepped out, and man, I didn't realize how my mind was eating me up, man. I didn't realize all the stuff that was just detrimental. I was like, man, I was taking this stuff for so many years. I thought it was normal. And I stood back. I had to scratch my head at the end of the week. I was like, damn. It's like, man, no wonder. I was like, man, no wonder it wasn't working, man. I was like, yo, I took notes. I was like, this is what I was saying. This is what I was thinking. Man, there was like 80% of my mind chatter was negativity, man. And within the 80% of that negativity chatter, it was always about the past and about the future. That was iconic. I was like, so the 1 week I took, I was like, I can't create anything like this. There's no way I could be successful. Then I started thinking about other people. I was like, I said, okay, this is why success is so hard, and this is why people are in a loop, and this is why people are stuck, and this is why there's so much poverty mentality. I'm like, damn, no wonder you can't create nothing, man. And then I said, all right. So once I became aware of my thoughts, man, I said, now I'm gonna fix this stuff. So now, how did I fix that stuff now? You know how I fixed it? I reverse engineered it. I fixed it. I looked back when I journaled and I wrote down all the thoughts for 7 days. The main ones. And there were, you probably have the same ones. I looked at all the thoughts and I was aware of those thoughts. Then when I looked at all those thoughts that were saying to me, I had one question for all those thoughts. And I looked at those thoughts and I said this. I said, are any or all of these thoughts true? And can I prove that these thoughts are happening to me right now? And repeat that. Analyze them and I say, all right, are any of these really true? Is there any proof that these things are happening to me right now? You know what shocked me? 99% of those thoughts weren't even true. 99% of those thoughts weren't even happening now. 99% of those thoughts weren't even coming from me, the authentic me. All those thoughts were thoughts that were generated through my conditioning, from what I've seen and what I've heard and what I've looked on the media, and they were projected into my consciousness, man, and I thought they were me. Once I realized that, I flipped it, I reversed it now, so I became aware, and every day now, I started to think what I wanted to think and what I wanted to believe about myself. Once I did that, I noticed a profound change. The first big change was I slept a whole lot better. I used to sleep like I wake up 3 hours, and I go back again, I wake up another 2 hours. So I never had consistent sleep. And then for the first time I had like a full 6-7 hours sleep in years. And that's when I knew something was changing in me. Like, man, something. And then what else I started noticing? Self-esteem. I just started my vibration. I was like, oh man, people started interacting with me different at my job when I was working. I was like, okay, so this is real, so this is true, so this I am the creator of my reality. So damn, my thoughts affect my world. Look at these people, they don't even know me from Adam. They see me every day. Some of them, they know me, and they treated me different now. This couldn't be a coincidence. So that's when I knew that's the subconscious mind. I was impressed in my subconscious mind. So true. Yeah, I also hope everyone finds this information. This is really groundbreaking stuff here, man. If you can get this, you will never go back. Your whole life will change forever. I mean, you'll live your life to what you want. You'll make more than enough money to live the life you desire. You'll have more than enough health, wealth, success that you desire, because all of this comes down to your map of view of reality, and it's all initiated in that unconscious mind, man. Profound, man. This was profound stuff. Profound stuff. This is profound stuff, guys. Crazy I found you on accident. Have a great day, Mark. There's no such thing as accidents or coincidences. Everything happens for a meaningful purpose. So, to answer your question, man, guys, how to begin to change your mind and your thoughts is to begin to have awareness of the thoughts. The next step to changing your reality is to implement what your thoughts are. Implementing your thoughts now means to give it to your subconscious mind, so the subconscious mind can grab it, put it in the file, and run it in your life. And remember what I said earlier. I said this to you now. I said once your subconscious accepts something, and I like to use the analogy of the Terminator, because everyone's seen the movie The Terminator. The very first Terminator, the old one, when Arnold Schwarzenegger was like Arnold Schwarzenegger guy. The first Terminator. Once they put a program in the Terminator did not stop until it fulfilled its program. Nothing will stop it. It'll go back into the future or whatever. It's not. That's how your subconscious mind works. When you put the right program in, or also the wrong program in, which most of us have, it will keep going until it fulfills it. It'll even run you into the earth. It don't care. The job is run this program I've got. This is the program. I have to run this program. Run this program. Didn't you manifest winning 50K, I remember, in the lottery more than once? Yes. No, the first one was 63,000. But I've won more after that, yeah. So, the subconscious will run the program. So, you got to start putting programs that you want to run. Right now, we have default programs in our subconscious. These are programs we don't want to run, but they are running us. That's how powerful your subconscious is. It can shut off your own common mind and make you do stuff with emotions and things like that. So you have to be very conscious and aware of how powerful you are, man. Hey, how you doing? You're very powerful, and you have the ability to really shift your world, to create your world by design. You don't want to be a default creator. You want to be a designful creator, and it means taking note and awareness of your talk, your inside world. The inside world is going to create the outside world, and don't worry about the law. Don't worry about the universe, law of attraction, and all that stuff. That can only work when your inside world is clear. Yeah, default programs. Someone said default programs are considered being on cruise control. Yes, a default program is cruise control. Is where a default program is what you're doing now. If you're not getting what you want, you're in the rat race. You're up in the morning. You're going to work. You're collecting this. You're just living paycheck to whatever it is you're doing. You're just not. You want to reach the full. You want to reach your full goal, but something is just stopping you and preventing you from doing it. Every time you're about to make a breakthrough, something pulls you down back. Every time you're about to make the big move, you get the big promotion, always something happens. Whenever you get some money in your pocket, you get a nice sum of money, something happens, you got to spend the money. What is that? That's a default program. That's the subconscious making sure your limit. It's like a car. It's like a car has a limiter. So if you don't like sports cars, when they make the cars, they put limiters on the cars. That means that they set the car so the car can only go 100 miles per hour. When you hit that 100 miles, even though the car is designed to go faster than that, the car can go up to 200, it could go whatever. The limiter suppresses the ignition system, the computer in the car, to create less oxygen to tone the engine out so you can't go past 100 miles an hour. So that's a limiter. That's what your subconscious is, a limiter. So even though you want the big stuff, you have the limiter says you can't get the big stuff. You got to only settle for like mediocre. So that's why when you're about to bust out, you bust back. Because it says, I can't make you abundant because that's not, my limiter says you can't go be abundant. You got to be lack. The governor. Yeah, they call it the governor in the car, yeah. But now, they know that, okay, you have a car, let's say you have a race car, a regular car. You can remove the governor of the car. You know that. The governor, you can remove that. All you simple program the computer. Any car can do that. And the car will go as fast as it can. It'll go up to 200 miles per hour. Because the engine is just going to keep breathing. So every car you have, they have to put a governor on it for highway safety and stuff like that. But the car is designed to go as fast as it can go, man. See that? So if you're not, someone says I'm pushing 200, if you're not pushing the speed you want to be at, then just more likely there is a governor in the subconscious mind, the limiter. So who created the limiters? Like the car manufacturer design and say, okay, according to the state, this country they're going in, the speed limit is 110, so we limit this. Another country might have a higher speed limit, but the creator of the car is the person or the whatever that creates the lack. So what creates the governor or the limiter in you? You want to know who did it? Can someone tell me that? If you know about the mind and everything, what creates your limitations from when you were born? Who's the limiter? You want to know who? Go ahead. It's like a car manufacturer. They the one invented the car, so they know how the car works. So this should be easy. Who's your limiter and the governor of your life from when you were a kid? Nope, it's not you. You were a kid. You didn't know any better. Parents. Your own family, people. Your parents created your limiter. Now I'll say this about your parents. They themselves are analogous to this. They were ignorant. They didn't know themselves. They were doing something they thought was right. So they were being programmed by the programmer themselves. So it goes all the way back. So from the day you came out, your creator or your parents who gave birth to you gave you the limitations, man. Your mom, your dad, they talked about it's a tough world. Money's hard. Son, daughter, if you want anything in life, you gotta bust your ass. You gotta sacrifice. It doesn't come easy. Life is hard. There's not enough money out there. Don't be greedy. Money's not good. Live the simple. Be humble. Poor. When you're poor, you're going to be good. You're going to struggle. It's a tough world out there. You can't get what you want. It doesn't work like that. Get to reality, son. Get to reality, daughter. You can't have what you want out there. You got to settle. Settling is the best option. Don't reach too high for your goals so that when you fall, you hurt yourself. Have backup plans. Settle more likely, though. Think of your big goals, but settle. That's how they program you, man. It's called the Matrix. So when you came out, remember now, when you came out, you were a sports car. You were ready to go 200, 300 miles per hour because your body and your brain is designed for infinity. The reality is an infinite part. Did you know that, right? You had all the tools ready to become successful and bust out the world and be your best version. But you don't know that because you're this new car. You're just coming out. And you're going on a highway. You start driving. You think your limiter is good. He's like, oh, I'm good. But my friend, you are limitless, man. Your own parents. Your parents had help too now. They had help from your grandparents. They had help from your uncle. They had help from your teacher. They had help from the pastor. They had help from your church. All these things limited your understanding of the nature of who you are and how the universe works and spirituality. Yes, their parents, someone says, because their parents taught them that. Their parents before them taught that. This goes all the way to your generational ancestors. But, as I said, you can remove the governor or the limiter. Now you have the power because you're the car. You can go and program your own self, just like you can take your car to any technician, even though it's illegal. I wouldn't recommend you doing that, but you can take it to anyone and they can remove the limiter or the governor on your car. Any mechanic who knows how to code, they can do that stuff. But of course, it's illegal. So I'm just using this to give you an example of how stuff works. See how it works? We got to break the curse. Someone said we got to break the curse. You got to break the cycle. And you're the person that can break the cycle. Because now you have information in this age we're living in and the technology to do it yourself. But the only thing you're lacking is the knowledge and the awareness to do it. Some people don't know this information. Some people are new. There are more people that don't know than do know. And it will continue to be that way for a long time because most people are trapped in a sleep cycle of mental low consciousness. They're trapped in what's like a world of matrix, a world of hustle, bustle, struggle, because everyone around them is in the same thing. So most people won't be able to get awake to understand who they are, to know that they're that car. They just think they're that limiter circling around and just getting by and stuff like that. Yeah, you're the main character in your video game. Yep. So this is just something for you to be aware of. Someone says, I am breaking the conditioning of my parents put in us. Yep. That's the thing about this. You know, once you understand your mind and your body and your consciousness, you can change your mind right now. You can change your whole life. Because once you change your programming in the unconscious mind, your whole world changes. Even the people around you will change. The people will treat you different. People that treated you different, bad, they'll actually turn. Because now we know quantum physics. You know, Albert Einstein, Niels Bohr, the father of quantum physics. Sorry, not Max Planck, but Borg. These scientists and physicists, as quirky as quantum physics is, guys, and I showed you this, I said this earlier. Bam. Where is the conscious located in the brain? You mean your ego? It's right here, called the frontal lobe. Where your conscious mind. Now, where your consciousness is located, your consciousness has no precise location in your brain. Just like your memory. Your memory has no precise location in your brain. Your consciousness is like a broadcasting. The brain is a receiver. So think about that. That means you aren't even here. There's another one there's another one for you guys. There's another one's going to shake the world off of you. That's right. I just said it. You are not literally here. Your representative is here. Your ego. Your beliefs, your personalities. But your authentic self isn't even here. It's another dimension. I don't know if I call it 5, 6 dimension. That's right. You are observing the observe. Listen to me now. You aren't even here. We have evidence. We know that now. Neuroscience, we know the brain. We study with the brain, and we see that the brain picks up information from somewhere and is transmuted back into the brain as a receptor. So your consciousness is outside. It's being fed into your physical body. So who you truly are is somewhere else, running the show down here. Who you are right now is an evolutionary development through the frontal lobe, through the ego. Your consciousness leaves right now, the body drops dead. So when your consciousness goes, it goes wherever it goes. Maybe it goes back to the universe, maybe it goes to a parallel universe, maybe it comes back as reincarnation, maybe you're just at peace and you can observe everything, who knows. But we do know that your consciousness does not live or reside in the brain. It uses the brain as a receptor. Every neuroscientist knows that now, and so should you. Now if you don't know now, you know. So that's why I say, one guy was like, yo, I love your content, man, but you're getting crazy, bro. Because you're saying I'm not here. But now you know what I mean by that. See, it takes people with a deep understanding to understand how the nature of reality works. So that's why I say to you that you aren't really here. Now you get what I mean? Right? The original source that's bringing you doesn't live here. You, the physical, perceived physical, is in a different dimension. Now you do know, right, that everything creates and exists in dimensional portals, right? You do know that. You know that you and I, we live in what? 4 dimensions, right? So we got what? 3 dimensions of space, up, down, left, right, back, forward, right? Then we have the 4th dimension of time that you can only go forward in. So you do know that, right? So there's 4 dimensions. Now there's other dimensions. These dimensions now are what they call compactified. They're so tiny and on a quantum level that you and I can't observe them. It only takes consciousness or something electromagnetically, not physical, to inhabit these dimensions. So we do know they exist because we have them. We studied them in string theory. String theory goes up to 13 dimensions, but I personally believe there's more dimensions that we haven't discovered yet. So technically, the other dimension now is where the higher self, the authentic self of you, resides. This is not like, what do they call it, pseudoscience anymore. This is the recent discovery within the past 15 to 20 years that we've come to know now. So as I said, now if you don't know, now you know. Can we talk to our consciousness? Yes, you can even, here's the next trippy thing now. You can talk to the authentic self that lives in the other dimension. You can talk to yourself, your true self. You can exit the conscious, logical, and you can go into your authentic self. Did you know that? Can anyone tell me how to talk to that authentic self? If you watch my channel, I teach a lot about this. How do you talk? Someone asked me, how do you ascend to the other dimension? You ascend to those dimensions through meditation. Now, how do you talk and you ascend to those dimensions in theta state and delta state? That's when you can get into a deep meditation, sleeping, or hypnosis, and you can enter those dimensions. And you can enter also those dimensions too when you visualize or when you daydream, things like that, lucid dreaming. You can enter those dimensions. But yes, someone knows. You talk to your authentic self in a question form. Someone says that. I am Bellin. Yep. You talk to your authentic self in a question form. The reason you want to talk to your authentic self in a question form is because it can communicate the information to your subconscious, because when your subconscious hears questions, it initiates answers as proven reality to you. So for example, you want more stuff, you can say, hey, how would it make me feel to have an extra $10,000 annually in income? How can I make an additional $20,000 in income? Now that goes to your authentic self. It sends information now back to your subconscious. And your subconscious now will take the question and will give you the information and the answers by making you get the connections, by giving you an idea to start a business, whatever, but it's going to make it a reality as an experience. That's the hidden stuff they kept from you. They'll never teach that in the religious stuff in the church. They'll never teach it in school. They'll never teach it in university. You know why they wouldn't put it in churches, universities? Because it will empower the people. If it's something empowers you, you don't need control. You can do your own thing. You can create your own life. Business will plummet. Society will fall. Things won't run because people won't be working to do things anymore. People can self-create and become their own entrepreneur and bosses. So there always have to be the balance. That's why this stuff will never be mainstream ever. Maybe sometime way down, maybe 200 years from now, but not in our time. And if you don't believe this stuff, look at my life. Why do you think I won those lotteries like that? I wrote 2 books about that. Look in your own life. Look at how some stuff just come to you through dreams, through intuition. How about that time when you wanted to go somewhere, but you had a feeling not to do it? Where do you think that came from? Someone said, who's this? Joy111. I'm getting frustrated with the lottery. Yes, if you're getting frustrated, that means you're attached to it. Don't be attached to the lottery. The lottery, to win the lottery, you have to believe and accept you've already won. You just got to be happy. You got to make it fun. Don't try to win the... I know this sounds crazy, man, but don't try to win the lottery to win the lottery. I know, right? Just win the lottery to be the lottery. So just win the lottery for abundance. That's what I mean. Remember, money begets money. If you act and feel like you have money, money's going to come to you. But if you act like you need and you're frustrated about money, money's going to run from you. This is all a game. Be open to receiving. So when someone says, I'm frustrated, man, I already know what it is. They're like trying, they really want it, they're looking, and it's resisting them. Joy111, I had a dream about winning the lottery, but my numbers weren't shown to me in the dream. That's fine. A dream is a premonition. If you have a dream about winning, you're going to win. One day it's going to happen. You just got to stay disciplined and focused to get it. Someone says, just how you said it before. Yeah, because the mind works this way. When the mind believes you have something by a feeling now, okay, when the mind believes something is there, it brings it as a physical experience to you. So it's all a game. So who's this? Jazzy178. I almost won the lottery 3 years ago, but stopped trying. I had a dream of the ticket. Why'd you stop? You see, stop is your ego. You should have kept going. Dreams are premonitions, people. When you have dreams of something being accomplished, it's coming from that part of you outside this dimension. You gotta listen to your dreams, and no matter how long it takes, you gotta stay with those dreams, because time doesn't exist outside of that dimension. There's no time. It's just now. Time is made up in the 3D and the 4D world. That's part. Winning the lottery is just one of the multiple streams of abundance flowing to me. That's the perfect mindset to have. She said it right. That's the perfect mindset. So if you're someone that's manifesting to win the lottery or some kind of casino or whatever, my tip for you is approach it as fun and budget, and don't look for like, I need to win. Just have fun and just let it happen. And it's going to happen for you. Because as I said before, if you act like you have money and you feel like you have money, money will find you. Remember this, money begets money. Poverty begets poverty. And you got to act and feel like it, man. It's all about a state of being. What does it mean when we don't remember our dreams? There was no messages for you. So that's good. Don't worry about it. It's called subconscious gibberish. When you remember your dreams, you have a message. When you don't remember your dreams, there's no message. It's just like you don't get a phone call, it's good. When you get a phone call, okay, you got a phone call. See how it works? Hey, good afternoon from Alberta, Canada. So, people, tribe, you're seeing how this stuff works now. So, again, get clear on what you want. Not how you're going to get what you want, but just be clear on what you want. Be open to receive what you want. Then, clear inside to reflect outside of what you want. And those steps will take you to the next dimension. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you again on another live. All of you are blessed, and all of you will have success. Remember that. Gotta believe in yourself, people. Because you are the secret to all this stuff.